up, y'all? It's Adrienne back at it again with another amazing New Jersey native in the building, y'all. He is going to introduce himself right now.
Yes, yes. Yo, I'm FourTee. Somebody call me FourTee. Creative of World Leaders, serial entrepreneur, straight out of Newark City, Whitney, Houston. And I'm here with you right now. We vibing.
Newark City, Whitney, Houston. I like that.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard nobody put it like that. That's
Yeah,
different.
City of Whitney, Houston. Me and the crew, we call it the Whitney.
Okay.
We don't really call it Brick City. That's kind of dead. If you ask me.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So tell us about your upbringing, a little bit about your background so people understand who it is you are.
Yo, like, first of all, FourTee is my real name. A lot of people think I'm just trying to, parents from Liberia.
Okay.
I'm the first generation to be born in Newark. Always was into music. I lived a lot of lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just lived a lot of lives coming up. Grew up in East Orange, and just start off like that. My first artist I actually listened to was Queen Latifah, UNITY. So of course,
that's
right?
my fave.
Yeah,
it's one of my icons.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So how'd you get started? And tell us, if you could give us a title of what you do: entrepreneur, designer. What would you really qualify yourself as?
I look at myself as just like a bridge, like to how to connect to other brands and other things like resources. Like coming up, everybody looked up to the artists. I looked up to the execs, the Leos, the C Stouts, of course the Hoves, the Diddies, the Russell Simmons. I look up to the execs because they the ones that pay the people we think that's cool.
Right.
Or they the ones that pay the people we think that's rich. So I always look up to the people that behind the desk. My whole motto was like street corner to corner office.
Okay.
So like I love that. I love that executive. I like that title. I love that.
So looking up to executives, right?
Yeah.
What does a day in the life of King FourTee look like?
Shit. I wake up. I take a deep breath. I tell God thank you in advance. I don't ask him for anything because I know I get everything. I got everything. I clear my mind. I might listen to Joel Osteen for like 20 seconds or like a TD just to clear my mind. And I get straight to it because I'm in LA, so I still wake up on Jersey, New York time. You know what I'm saying? Like I wake up and it's like 6-something and I just I get to it, whether it's designing or I signed 2 producers and they doing some things in this game right now. So I make sure I handle all the label work, whether I'm dealing with like a Sony or Atlantic. One name is Heck, and the other one name is it's called Your Boy Heck. He's from the Bronx, Puerto Rican cat, real gifted dude. Heck is a really dope producer. The other one name is how am I forgetting? I'm tired. Rob. His name is Rob from New Orleans, and so yeah, they really doing their thing. So I really wake up handling the label work. Like I got Sony in my I got all of these other people in my email. I'm handling their work. Like I got a drive for like servicing people. That's my thing.
You said that you're a bridge, right? For those that may not necessarily understand what a media liaison actually does.
Yeah.
Give us a perspective. So you have 2 producers signed.
Yeah.
What else is it that you're working on?
Right now, we just launched World Leader the clothing. I got the varsity jacket on. And
real tough.
Your birthday just passed.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? I got you that exclusive. Nobody else has this right now. And look, your name
My
is...
name is on it. Wait, I didn't see that, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Because she's special. And her hair is giving me life. She gorgeous.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So, World Leaders is just whatever you feel like higher form of self is. Whatever your definition is.
Okay.
And of course, you're a world leader.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's get into the brand real quick because it's definitely spelled differently.
Yes.
Like when people purchase this product, what is it that you want them to get from this?
I want them to have an experience of I'm selling I don't really look at it as too much it's fashion, but it's definitely high self-esteem.
Okay.
It's designing for me is like making things not too much standard, but things that people like how I write music. I write music on, especially when I'm writing for other artists. I write music. Like, I think she would say this would be dope if she say this. If I'm creating a tracksuit, I would create a tracksuit in a way of like a movie theme. And that's what you have. You have the Kill Bill movie theme.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's just how I look at like World Leaders. That's how it came, you know. It actually came from when I was driving Uzi on tour.
Okay.
And then it came from Kanye, because he said he wanted World Leaders at his funeral on the documentary of Watch the Throne.
Okay.
And I took that. And I spelled it with an X because of my Harlem roots.
Okay.
You know how ASAP spelled it with a V. I just wanted to be different.
Okay.
I don't
it
like,
definitely is different.
Yeah, I don't like regular. I don't know how to spell that word.
And every time we speak too, like, you're such a jack of all trades. I feel like everything you do is kind of like a mystery, or it's like a surprise and something else that you do that's like really good. Like,
Absolutely.
So you write songs.
Yes.
You manage producers.
Yes.
You're a label exec,
Yes.
right? Which means that you're also a businessman for y'all who
Absolutely.
don't understand the lingo, right?
That's true.
So what is it like speaking with label execs and just being in the industry overall? Like, you know, what did you face stepping into the industry? Let's really just talk about it. Like,
I felt it was tough because being from Newark and you in New York, and you know, when I was interning, you know, you gotta have a harder hustle. Like, you gotta go much further than the average kid from Brooklyn.
right,
Because you from across the bridge.
right.
So in order for you to stay here, you gotta have personality. You can't be calm. I know everybody want to be so fucking cool or so like laid back, but you gotta make them have you stay in the room, like how Khaled came up, or like how Diddy came up, like their personality, not just their hustle, but their personality.
Yeah.
You want people to feel good around you. You want people to feel like comfort.
I feel like this is something I've been speaking about within the upcoming weeks as well.
Yeah.
It's like just being from Jersey, being between two different, I would say, cities, right?
Yeah.
So Jersey is the only state, y'all. Let's really keep it real. Jersey is the only state that are between two totally different markets.
Yeah.
You got New York in the northern area, you got Philly in the southern area. So
Yeah.
Jersey being in between is kind of like a culture shock. You
Yes.
understand?
Big time.
So what you learn being from Jersey too is the art of temperance, right?
Yes.
What is correct at what time, you know, what should happen when you should be aggressive and when you should actually chill.
Yeah.
So do you find that people from other places can actually like survive in Jersey, or is that what makes you so special? Is just your upbringing, your vibe, your aura, your everything, you know what I mean? Like your stilo. Stepping into the room.
I like that.
With people who already think they big with their egos and pride.
Yeah.
Here you come FourTee, and it's like, you know, I may have to talk and I may not have to talk, but even if I don't, my energy gonna speak for me, and I'm still gonna do my job well, type.
Well, you answered it. It's real. It's energy, you know. Because I don't have to be there, right? So while I'm there, I gotta make them remember me. You can't just do cool shit. Everyone know how to do cool shit. You can purchase cool shit. You gotta do shit to make you stick in the room, or you will forever have one of those Al Bundy stories of like, I did this, so I was around this person. Like, no, you gotta really do something to make them feel like, yo, he can stay here.
Yeah.
You know, or they'll before they call, they called me my name in New York, it was, yo, the Jersey Kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was ripping and running. I was on the set of, I worked for Benny Boom.
Wow.
I was a PA. I was assistant for a long time for Diamond Dave. He died. He was with Viacom, BET. So I was like straight off the street corner.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be blunt, right? I was straight off of the street corner and scamming.
But believe it or not, that's the ultimate grind.
Yeah.
Like, it may sound wrong, y'all. Of course, it's like, not the average way, not the quote-unquote correct way of making a living. But at the same time in Jersey, you don't really have to be a scammer or really be on the street to understand.
You don't have to be. And I don't want to teach that, but it's just really, you know, I was down and out. And the best thing about being a down and out is nowhere else to go but up. So I just had to just push up and just do what I had to do and just intern and just learn. Information is the real wealth.
Yeah.
And it's all about what you do with it.
Yeah.
You know, and I just learned that this world is so big than the four corners that we come from.
Yep.
And every, you know, urban community, this world is so big. So that's when I learned that I really got so many mentors to give me free information instead of paying for it and listening to it and applying it to my life.
Right, right.
Like, you don't have to change in prison. You can change while you outside. You know, you don't have to go there and be peaceful. It's more better out here.
I think a quote or a saying that always sticks in my mind when I have this conversation is like, everyone has the same 24 hours.
True.
Right? So how aggressive you are with your 24 is the same or opposite of somebody else's aggressiveness.
That's a fact.
That will put you in those rooms, those places, those spaces that will get you where you want to go. And it may not happen overnight, but that consistency of using that 24 in the same direction, goal, and path-oriented light is like, you're not going to see anything else but the light because you're doing it consistently with
That's a fact.
24 hours. And I think that aggressive nature, too, is what we just grown up knowing.
Yes.
Because every time you from Jersey, you go to New York, the niggas is saying, oh, you from Jersey, I want to be like us. You go down to Philly and shit like that, being from South Jersey, niggas is like, oh, you weird, you from Jersey. You don't know whether you from New York or if you from
weirdo.
Jersey. And it's like, you got to be aggressive in those standpoints, those moments and times, because it's like, yo, nigga, fuck is you talking about? Like, I'm from Jersey. Like,
why? Yeah.
Yeah, why everywhere we go, somebody got to hate. Like,
and that's why we got to work so hard, because this is the only state that's between two of those. Like, I was saying earlier, like, why we got to be so humble? Why we can't just be proud to be who we are and say it loud? Why we got to say it under our breaths? Like, oh, just imagine if we really, just imagine if Ye was like, oh, I'm Kanye West. And, we won't know, like, what he's really made of, because people say, let your work speak. It's not just your work.
Yeah. It's how you speak about it.
It's how you speak about it. And it's how you move about it. Because the work is already moving. But how you don't want to get mad at these other business companies and be like, oh, they not black. Or, okay, well, you're black. So you should speak about your own business in a powerful way.
Go do it.
Why you so quiet?
Yeah.
Wealth and royalty is loud. And you got to face that shit. It's loud. There's nothing you can do.
Sometimes I feel like this conversation is a double-edged sword,
because true.
You have those who do come from Jersey and they so arrogant, confident, and boastful about it. It's like, yo, you making us look bad for real, because your work don't even like exude with how loud you speaking right now. Like,
you know why? Because I don't mean to cut you off.
You good.
What it is, I tell people, because I had a few experiences with artists that I helped, and they don't really want to build empires. They just want cheerleaders. So when they brag about stuff, it's just like, this what I'm doing, I'm from Jersey. But like, if you building an empire, you giving black people jobs. That's when you actually qualify, because you building a foundation.
So let me clarify real quick, right? Is what you're kind of saying alluding to the fact, like, people don't want to put in the work for what it is that they're doing? They just want the fan base and for people to, give them the credit without doing much to
That's it. And how much credit? Like, you got to say, even cheerleaders get paid.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know them football players. They don't know them for real. They do, but everyone is not, Odell Beckham. Yeah. So they get paid to stand on someone's shoulder and be like, and scream out a letter. So I tell people, like, in order, you wanna help build real, like, generational wealth. This don't come from your parents.
Right.
It can come from your friend. Like, Kevin Hart got all of his homies opening up for him on these big tours. Mm-hmm. Right? Hove, people that never even met Tata, but they know Tata. Mm-hmm. That's Jay-Z's best friend. Okay. Right? And you got and LeBron James, Rich Paul was selling jerseys, never went to college. That's generational wealth. So I feel like when people talk about, oh, I'm a boss, that shit costs, because I pay everyone around me. Yeah. Right? So when you say, oh, I'm a boss and I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but how many jobs are you giving? See. How many, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you, like, let's really build this thing and then scream out where we from.
And that's a funny topic, because a lot of people, when speaking on Jersey, they'll say Jersey has a crabs in a barrel.
No, they don't.
Because
hell no.
Of how competitive the market is, right?
No.
But, I've seen it from both perspectives.
I get it. Yeah.
Being the middleman, a lot of times, I've seen people get a little bit of success, like get to the first step of where they need to be to provide opportunities for other people. but they take it for themselves, right?
Yeah.
Oh, instead of hiring my friend, I could do this myself and
Yeah.
save the money.
And what happened?
They get drained, burnt out. They can't do it. They spread out too thin. Next thing you know, they doing 5, 6, 7 different types of jobs that they thought they could create and keep up with, but it's really not their passion. There's a lot of like jack of all trades and masters of nones, and then when it's really time to really put a focus into one and say what their specialization is, people lose that because it's like, I don't have time to say, oh, I do just one thing because I've already signed up and booked people for doing this, that, and the other.
True indeed.
You know what I mean? I feel as though Jersey has the potential to have the best integrity, but not everybody could be a gem. Not everybody could be a part of that elite class.
Well, really, everyone is not a leader.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And everyone is not willing to be like, I'm gonna carry my people with me. Wait, before I say that, people that qualify. Just because you black don't mean you can work with me. I'm telling you right now. Let me look into the camera. Just because you black don't mean you can work with me. You got to qualify. You got to do what you say you can do. Or the Asian or the Puerto Rican going to get the job. Simple as that. I just truly think that you just got to be able to really, because people will make it, move to LA and be like, oh, I'm from Jersey, y'all. But how many times they really going to praise you? You ain't giving no one jobs. So when you say that, you got to understand, like I said, once again, cheerleaders get salaries. So if you say that, you got to really be able to build these blocks and really have a story that people can be like, yo, I get that, I feel that, and we can build. Like, you look at Ye, and you look at people like who made Fear of God, Jerry Lorenzo, he comes from Donda. God bless his soul, Virgil, he comes from Donda. You can say whatever they want to say about Ye, his craziest rant. But the big Don C just dropped a sneaker. He comes from Donda. It's all about your tree. Mm-hmm. Jay-Z's a tree. What comes from Jay-Z? Ye, Rihanna, everything else, right?
Anything to name.
Exactly. So what type of tree are you? Mm-hmm. Or are you a branch that just want to get praise? I did this cool shit. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm from Jersey. Who cares? Yeah. Right? So we here to just really create foundation and pass on generational wealth. And it's not just about your parents, it's about your friends. Like, I give you generational wealth. Yeah. Like, we got something open. It's like, yo, listen, I'm going to call you up. Yo, we got this job. Mm-hmm. And I know you qualify to do. Let's do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like I told you, like, I'm creating a sneaker. Right?
Let's talk
you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Let's talk
the brand.
Let's talk about the brand. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to do the same.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get, you know what I mean? Toast. You know what I'm trying to be the most influential person that come through here.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
From Jersey.
From the city of Whitney, Houston.
Born and raised.
I'm trying to shift culture. You know what I'm saying?
Sip to that.
So I'm creating a sneaker that we've been working on, and I found a very strong, powerful black woman. I found her work, and it was just like, damn, like I can't ignore it. Mm-hmm. So I DM'd her, and she's from Portugal, but she lives in London.
Okay.
And I was like, damn. I was talking through the WhatsApp. First, I was talking through the DM, but I said, yo, love, listen. I love your work. Let me pay you. Because before I say anything else, let's stop trying to do free shit. People got bills. People got shit to do. And all this fly shit that's going on. Pay your motherfucking people. Like this ain't no, this is real talk. Pay your people.
Yes.
Stop all that black. Look.
No
black excellence. Listen, send me the wire.
Yes.
People got rent, mortgage, you know what I'm saying? So I told her, hey, love, you know, you black like I am. Let me pay you for the silhouette. So we just been talking through WhatsApp, and I'm going to London first to go pick her up, and then we going to Milan to the actual Italian manufacturer.
Fire.
Because I feel like, and I do a lot, but I feel like everything we do, we're powerful. If we don't jump, sing, rap, or comedy, Wall Street don't get paid. So I feel like if we just create all the cool shit, because we make other companies cool.
Yeah.
If we don't wear it, they don't sell. Right?
We're the number one buyers on the market.
Period.
People do not know that till this day.
We're
the number one consumers on the market. The ones that watch TV, the ones that buy products, the ones that are literally fuel. We are the fuel.
Yeah. So that's why I'm at with it right now. It's just creating and just being powerful. We powerful. Ain't nobody more powerful than us.
So when exactly did you notice your power, and is your power related to your purpose?
Yes, 100%. First of all, my name FourTee. I can't work nowhere.
What do you mean you can't work no more?
I can't work nowhere. Ain't no job. They fire me every job. Because I used to tell the boss with it. I was richer than the boss. For my last job, my official job was T-Mobile. And I want to do a T-Mobile commercial. I want to do a deal with them. But I just felt like I was just smarter than everyone. And I know how to make money quick. I knew that it was my personality. And people were just like, I knew when in probably second grade, when I would talk, people would listen.
Really?
And I said, I could really do some shit with this. Because my name was already different. It was calling me FourTee from kindergarten.
Right.
Right? And I got suspended from every damn, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't, I always did what I felt. But, yeah, it's always been a part of my personality, always been part of my purpose. Because how I even got on the film set was my mentor. First it was Vulgvr. He's from Linden, New Jersey. Or Elizabeth. Linden, probably. Vulgvr. He's an actor. He's on BT now. He just did some shit with Tyler Perry. Okay. He's on BT Plus. Shout out to Vulgvr. Haitian cat. He dope. He's one of the cats. I was like, let me come to the film set with you. He's like, well, if you get up 5 a.m., I got up at 5 a.m. The second guy was Diamond Dave. He passed away. He's from the Bronx. I just always knew I belonged in the culture, like the industry, right? And it was just like 12 years ago, being on the film set, really not getting paid, stealing chips, stealing, food.
Media service.
Yeah.
Media service.
Being a PA. I didn't even have a name. I was just a PA.
Yeah.
Just PA. You know what I'm saying? So I always knew I was there for a purpose. And it was scary because I always felt like I was 20 years ahead of so much shit. And that's how I always knew. And it just landed me all at the right places. And just trusting in God, real talk.
So did you ever get too aggressive with your vision to where it was like, nah, I want what I want, and if it's not what I want, it's not it? Like, how optimistic did you stay on this journey to discovering yourself? Well,
the most beautiful thing for me was depression. Because it's not a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. If people just let themselves express, you understand that you're really breaking through. You're not breaking down. Because you gotta, like, I remember one time, I'm gonna tell you some real shit, right? I remember I was about to get paid, and they told me, like, on the film set, it was like, nah, this is a net 60. And I didn't know what it was. I'm straight from the street, right? South 15th Street, right? They was like, it's a net 60. I'm like, what's that? It was like, you get paid in 60 days. Being the fact that I'm a negotiator, right? I said, okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to keep this petty cash. You're supposed to get all the talent food with until you pay me. It's like, nah, you can't do that. I said, nigga, you can't do that, right? So I always knew, like, I had to break through because I'm like, yo, what am I doing? Like, I know I'm here, but sometimes I feel like on the journey you get lost sometimes because you're so programmed to do one thing, and it's like, yo, we meant to do many things, but you got to master certain things. And also you got to experience it because it's, and once I realized, like, yo, I was so much, because we'd be on a film set and I'd be chilling with all the record execs, and they would think I work at the label, but I was just the intern. And they'd be like, man, get your ass, you don't get your, later on in front of me, you don't get your ass over there. So I knew that I wasn't like the dudes who was just going to get ginger ales and coffee, because my personality was just, you know what I'm saying?
It called for more than just that.
Yeah.
And that's actually touching on something. One of the questions I thought about, on the way here was, do you think you could actually have multiple callings? Like when it comes to multitasking.
Yes.
Give us some advice on, the individuals that know that they're good at multiple things, but have a an issue or troubles of just locating and being full out with one?
First of all, before I answer that, I want to say, like, if you ain't willing to die for it, you ain't never going to live to see it. Look, let me tell you something. If you ain't willing to die for the shit, you got to kill old self to live your new life. Like, you know, just imagine if Muhammad Ali didn't rant or talk. We won't know Muhammad Ali. He'll just be a great boxer, but we know him of his personality. Right. So I say that to say, like, you could do multiple things. You're not here to do one thing. You could do multiple stuff. And that one thing may be a door to other things in the hallway of this journey. There's so many doors, right? And I think because we're at a place where the pressure is so heavy, people get locked because the seventh no they hear is like, oh shit, hell nah, I can't, nah, it's not for me. Yeah. But we forget that all the billionaires we know are Sean Carter, Sean Combs. Jay-Z never could get signed. Sean Combs, which is Puff, he was under Andre Harrell, God bless his soul. He was an intern. That's the thing. We don't have development no more. We ain't developing artists. We ain't developing people no more.
Yo, I said that same. Yeah, it's really crazy.
We not.
I don't think people are able to accept self, construction or development overall from other people working together. Yeah. Today, because again, people are so hypersensitive about themselves.
So fucking yo, this is the softest black people I've ever seen in my life. The softest.
Like a lot of people get intimidated by imposter syndrome. It's almost like riding a bike without training wheels, right? But you take off the training wheels, it's like, oh my God, nah, I feel like I need the training wheels again. I might need to go back to it. But then when you start riding that shit, like, oh no, I'm actually riding this bike.
Get hurt, fall. Get your ass beat, fall.
People can't handle
get
that
burnt.
Anymore.
Like, this is the softest generation.
But you know why?
What's up?
Usually those people put out too much. They put out too much. They don't stay exclusive to themselves and true to themselves enough. Every time they going through something, they post it on social media. They quick to tell somebody. They quick to do
that shit is so annoying.
Instead of sitting with themselves and being like, yo, what could I have done better? What did I just go through that led me to this again? You know what that's what self-development is. That's what progress is. When you are able to reflect at the end of the day and be like, yo, I didn't properly color correct my cameras today, which is why my content didn't come out right. 9 times out of 10, that photographer gonna go back and be like, oh, I'm a shitty photographer, videographer. I can't be a creative. They crying to their friends. Their friends is like, oh, I had a terrible day too. Shitty day. We just ain't shit niggas.
Yeah, it's just not.
And they stay right in the hood, on the corner, to get something that brings them fast stability instead of putting in investment for something to turn and flip 10 times what they're doing in a year or 6 months or whatever the case may be. It's a lack of consistency and self-discipline that really leads to a lot of people's demise.
Self-discipline is real. That's true. You gotta master it. You gotta understand, like, yo, like, you gonna cry. Yeah. You gonna break down. You gonna fall. Yo, you gonna fall. Yo, let me tell you something. In the middle of the film set, whether we was shooting, Kareem Johnson was shooting A Boogie, or we was shooting some years ago, whether it was Wiz Khalifa, I go in the back somewhere and cry. Because I was so depressed and I couldn't wait to break through. Because I'm looking at these things like, yo, I love Wiz. Wiz is the coolest artist, one of the coolest artists I met. But I'm like, yo, I want this shit. And I would be so like, damn, I just hopped the train. I'm from Newark. I'm telling the conductor, yo, he said, this is a child ticket. I'm telling him, well, I'm a child of God. And they be laughing and shit. They're like, all right, well, you getting off anyway.
The finesse.
Yeah, the finesse. You know what I'm saying? You gotta finesse. And that's one thing, too, we forget, right? Before I say what I have to say, I know I'm saying a lot.
No, go ahead.
But this generation really not from the street. Think about it, right? Most of the billionaires we know are from that old era. Mm-hmm. Black billionaires. These kids don't know how to break down anything. When I say break down, I'm talking about street corner tactics. They don't know how to break down shit. So if you say, I sold bricks, I did that. And I know this and I did that. And if you went to court so much and you running from the feds, how come you don't know how to read paperwork?
You know what?
You see that, and you see that pregnant pause you just did?
But I have a lot of notions to why people are like that, though.
I'm about to tell you.
Go ahead, tell me.
It's because it's like nobody, we just got to go back to development. And the proof is in the pudding. Kanye not 16. He's not from, much as y'all love him, he's not from this era.
No, he's not.
So we got to understand that he's embracing young white kids from Arkansas, but that man is 40-some years old. He gonna be 50.
Yeah.
Understand that generation came with so much common sense and development that if you see the documentary, it won't be no documentary if it was a kid from this time, because he would have gave up. Kanye went to the office. Shout out to Shaka, she from Rock Nation. He went to the office playing Jesus Walk, Jesus Walk, Jesus Walk, Jesus Walk. It was like, yeah, whatever. We don't hear that shit, man. Yeah, whatever. He got the church in there, got the choir. It was like, yeah, whatever. He didn't give up because he knew no matter what you say, this shit gonna work. What's happening now is there's no development, and they just jumping on Wi-Fi. Oh, y'all ain't feeling this? I'm gonna kill myself. And like, we gotta start development. No, we can't. We can't chill. We gotta start development, right? Because I'm from this era, you know what I'm saying? But I look into the OGs, like, we got to start development as a people and understand that the things that you truly want, right? And I tell everybody, because chase your dream with the same energy you chase your dream girl with. Yeah. Let's say right now, like, we gonna get deep, right? You give me your number, but you ain't really texting back. You texting slow because you playing the game. You know what I'm saying? So now you texting slow. And I'm like, damn. Now the new young homies will be like, fuck her, she ain't shit. The real ones know, like, yo, pace yourself. Mm-hmm. Say something to her she don't normally hear. How many times do you get a good morning, gorgeous? How about a lot of times with me, if I first start talking to everything is strategy. If I start talking to a female, I like to make her laugh because that's the new wealth. Laughter, happiness. Because don't tell them what you're going through at work. So I say that to say that goes to strategy as far as business. If you don't get the response you want, keep going.
Keep going for it, right.
So you got to chase your dream with the same energy you chase your dream girl with. Because they won't give up. If you had a chance with Rihanna, a young dude from Newark or Harlem or Brooklyn, you're not going to give up. But your own dream, you do.
I just feel as though, right, real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
I really feel as though millennials and Gen Z are the saved generation.
True.
We come from parents that work so hard, they don't want us to work as hard as they work.
There you go.
Unless you were raised that way,
True.
Right?
Yeah.
So my parents, my mother's side, I'm first generation, American from a West Indian parent, and then my dad's side, I'm
Shout
first
it out.
generation
Where?
college student, second generation, because my dad fought to go to college and everything else, right? But my parents are two fighters, two fiery people. And growing up, my dad, I'm the only girl out of two boys. Mm-hmm. He raised me the same way he raised my brothers. Yeah. Which taught me, one of the things he always would say is, look, life ain't fair. Yeah. So you got to maneuver with whatever you got. And understand no matter how unfair it is, you got to make it fair yourself. Yeah. You got to work so hard. You got to want it so bad that when you know you're getting less than everyone else, you going to go make a means or amends to get the same wage or better than anyone else. Yeah. My mom, it's like, all right, well, you only got one shot to do it. You ain't going to half-ass nothing. Yeah. So the first time you get to do it, you're going to go full out or you're going to keep trying. Yeah. Period. So a lot of people in this generation weren't raised with the same parents or notions that I had, right? Yeah. They ain't had to fight for nothing. I keep giving you food every time you hungry. Every time you hungry, I'm cooking for you. Every time you need something, I'm handing it to you. That's not teaching you how to go make the food in the kitchen, though. So what you're saying is, it's the dollar menu mentality. It is. Real fast. You can't season a meat. You got season a steak. You don't even know what marinating is. You can't even put garlic on the motherfucker. Hey, let me get a double. Let me get a small fry. It'll be good. And that's the mindset of this shit. It's a dollar menu mindset. You gotta plant the seed. So, while you're here, we only have a few minutes left, I feel like, in the recording.
I ain't even do my Kanye rant yet.
You
Can we got
didn't.
Can we get 3 hours?
Right.
Cause I want to talk some shit.
Being that this interview is all about you, I literally want you to steal the show for until Q tells us to stop. So, any advice, anything that touched your heart today, anything you feel like we didn't talk about today, if you want to give homage to anyone you're around, your crew, you know, if there's any advice, you know, it's all about you. You got it.
It's a lot too. I'm an Aries, so I got a lot to say. Don't, you know, everything you want is on the other side of fear. Whatever you know, in certain moments it look like you're not gonna make it, or you can't accomplish something. It's going to happen, because, you know what I mean, like God, you people would say the universe, you plant that seed and you can do it. Like, it's shit that I done recently that, as much as I believe myself, some things I'm lying. I thought I would do everything great. I was just trying to be humble. That was my humble moment.
I was about to say, you're not being what we talking about.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I thought I could do anything, and that's what I did. And that's what I'm doing. And you only got a certain time on this earth. So you just live it like it's a Friday every day. There's no such thing as Monday. It's like a mentality. You got to reprogram yourself or whatever you've been taught, right? So if it's something you doing that ain't been working, change the shit. Because like I said, once again, going back to, if you're talking to a girl and a joke you said ain't funny, you're going to say a different joke. So why are you doing the same shit with your dream that don't work? Because if she ain't laughing, nigga, you ain't getting nothing from her.
Because people are insane. That's insanity.
And it's people are so fucking comfortable,
yes.
and they forget how strong we really are as a people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would say, like, yo, listen, man, fuck that. Like, yo, my mother used to sell T-shirts and hats for us to eat. Being a young African Liberian mom in downtown Newark, and I used to see people reject my mom. Like, people ask me, like, why you like wealth? I'm like, nigga, why you like poverty? Like, nigga, it's a vehicle to go anywhere you want to go. So I'll be like, yo, like, I used to see people reject my mom, like, nah, I ain't buying that shit, and like disrespect her. I was really young. I was like 5, 6 years old. I remember this shit like yesterday. And I used to be like, damn, I want it all so I can give her all. So when people tell me, yo, you know, be humble, always pay attention to people that say that. They don't have too much because they don't want you to shine too much. Because they feel like they want what you have. And just keep shining. Keep shining. You want God, like, you know what I'm saying? And I say that with all my heart. Like, I want the young black women, young Puerto Rican, Dominican, whoever you are, you ain't got to be just black. Just a person, a human being, to believe in yourself, and you could do whatever you want to do. Like, this world is so big. Like, I went on tour in London. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. Right?
Give us a quick rundown of all the places and spaces you've been before the camera go out.
Shit, it's a whole bunch of shit.
Who
So
you hang around? We don't even know it. We didn't even get to that.
Yo, yeah, I'm saying, like, yo, hold up.
Leaders and all.
Yeah. Shout out
gems.
to Shayoza. He just won. He just got his first ring. He's world leader, ambassador. He was with the Warriors. Now he's. Oh, am I supposed to say that? He's with the Warriors. He just switched to another team. Just great people. Shout out to Faith Evans for showing me love when I first moved to LA, for giving me a place to stay and really just giving me a couch, and you know what I'm saying. I live with Faith. She showed me love when she didn't have to. Shout out to her first, like, respect. Puff. Shout out to Puff for just embracing and motivating the culture the way he does. Jay-Z, of course, the Leo, Steve Stout, yeah. And just, shout out to the execs, the people that really drive the culture, and all the designers. Rest in peace to Virgil. Shout out to Jerry Lorenzo, one of my I love him as a designer. Yeah. Right now, we just, I take off my shades when I say this. You know what I'm saying? Right now, damn. That shit shiny as hell. Right now, we just at a place where we're just creating. I've been writing for a few big artists, female artists. I never thought I'd be writing for like female artists, but it's fun as hell. It's like really fun. Shout out to Cardi B. She's been an extreme blessing in my life. Yeah, shout out to all the females out there. Females are killing the game. Shout out to one of my favorite artists, Glorilla. Yeah. Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Memphis on fire right now. Yeah, man, just taking the time to just really embracing the culture and what's after me. And hopefully we can bring more execs and leaders, because every star is not a leader. Let's not forget that. Every star is not a leader. It's a lot of stars, but they're not really building foundation. And yeah, just me being, FourTee. And well, next time we see this, sneaker be sold out.
Yeah.
Movies be, hold up. I got a film company. It's so much shit. Like, can we get 10 more minutes?
Wait, because that's the exclusive. He ain't
I ain't even talking about 2K.
That.
I ain't talking about
you ain't telling me about
Durant.
that.
I ain't tell you. So I'm going to run it down quick. So, boom, right? My record Freeze, it got very viral. I'll make it real fast. Steve Stout flew me out from L.A. to... flew me out like a bad bitch. I hated it, but he flew me out. I got flued out, y'all. It is what it is. And he flew me out. You know what I'm saying? I got co-signed by Kevin Durant's record called Freeze. I was one of the first artists to, not one of, let me get my Kanye shit. I'm the first artist, independent artist, to be on 2K 4 years in a row with no label behind me, just my own World Leaders. You know what I'm saying? My own. And we just been working, 2K. I've been getting a lot. Shout out to Offstream. I got a lot of like NBA commercials. We just been working. Just at a good place right now. And hopefully when we see this interview, I'll be further. And I will. You will. I don't know how to do anything else.
Done.
Yeah, and you too
it's
as well.
Already done.
Look at her hair. Her hair is gorgeous too, by the way. She did that. Look at her. Hey, yo. You know what I'm saying? Her fit. Hey, yo, check out the fit. You know what I'm saying? The details. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But we here, man. I highly appreciate y'all and for giving me the time and a platform to give me the opportunity to express what's in my life. And I thank you, and I just highly appreciate it. And I'm glad to be back home in the city, Whitney, Houston. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Jersey as a whole, because that's a long conversation. Jersey. As a whole, you know what I'm saying? We here. And I appreciate you.
Of course. Anytime. Sure. So this is part 1. I'm going to call this part 1 because we still have a whole bunch more to talk about. I definitely look forward to doing an update on everything that drops. And my merch. What are you talking about?
Check out the merch.
I'm about to be dripped in the World Leaders.
You know what I'm saying?
One package. I'm about to put this in a whole.
You know what I'm saying?
Picture frame and hang it up because
we one of the biggest World Leaders, like the next Nike, Louis Vuitton, Supreme, Yeezy. We one of the biggest World Leaders. Check out the varsity.
You just gotta see it. I don't think it's like nobody. Just when you see it, it's gonna be a surprise to you.
I got the shirt on. I got the.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? We here with it.
Yep. So just stay tuned because as y'all know, King FourTee has so much more in store, y'all. It's Little Miss Jersey, Adrienne B. We Are Jersey is the greatest media company here in Jersey, y'all. And we're going to see y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Absolutely. Take care.